wanted to bring you a little bit of a midweek encouragement, and I hope you're doing well this week. You know, things are starting to get worn. Things are starting to drag on a little bit, and as I was thinking this morning, I wondered, how are you stacking up? How are you measuring up? How do you compare? You see, we play the comparison game a lot. We see things going on in people's lives, and we compare their life to our own life. Especially on social media, we tend to post those things that everybody is going to find positive. We don't post the times that we blew up at our kids, or where we decided not to fight the battle about whether they were going to wear the same pajamas they've worn for the last 3 days, or whether the food that they were putting on their plate was actually a breakfast item or dessert. We don't always post those things. We post all the good things. We play the comparison game. This week I saw a great quote, and I don't know where it originated. The person that I saw it from said that they had copied it from someone else. But there's been a lot of talk lately about, hey, let's just get through this. We're all in the same boat together. We're not in the same boat. We're weathering the same storm, but we're not in the same boat. You see, your boat is going to look a lot different than my boat. Maybe right now you feel like your boat is shipwrecked. Maybe you feel like your boat is taking on water and you're bailing it out as quickly as you can. Maybe today you feel like your boat is on a cruise in the Caribbean and things are going well. You see, we've got to stop playing the comparison game. Even when it comes to watching the church service. You know, we come together at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Can I encourage you, if you're not able to at 10 a.m., watch it later. You know, you may see all the Facebook comments, and you see Carrie's comment with her kids sitting nicely at tables as they watch the sermon, taking notes, and you think to yourself, I can't even get my kids to move out of bed. That's okay. See, your boat and Carrie's boat, they're different boats right now. We're in the same storm, but they're different boats. Don't play the comparison game. Jesus talked about a man who played a comparison game in Luke chapter 14. He said there were two men who went up into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee, the other a tax collector. Now you would think that the tax collector would be the one that was doing things wrong, and the Pharisee, the religious leader of the day, would be doing things right. But instead, the Pharisee, standing by himself, prayed like this. He said, God, I thank you that I'm not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. And he pointed at the tax collector standing at the altar next to him. And he went on to say what a great man he was. But verse 13, the tax collector, standing far off, would not even lift his eyes to heaven, but he beat his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. You see, we've got to stop playing the comparison game and recognize that all of us are weathering this storm in different ways, and each of us is a sinner in need of God's grace. If we play the comparison game for too long, we'll end up falling short at one point or another. We've got to recognize that everybody's on a different place in their journey. Not everyone roots for the right football team. And you can't play the comparison game. Even on that same team, sometimes you can't play the comparison game of current quarterbacks and previous quarterbacks. But stop getting so caught up on how everybody else is facing this. How are you doing? How are you facing this storm? What's your boat look like? And can I encourage you? We'd love to pray with you and to help you. Maybe you need some help bailing water. And we can do the best that we can, practicing some safe distance guidelines. But if you need help bailing water out of your boat right now, can I encourage you to reach out? I'd be happy to pray with you, encourage you, to support you in whatever way I can. Reach out to one of our elders, somebody else in the church. Maybe you feel like your boat is shipwrecked and you need somebody to come alongside and just rescue you. Maybe you feel like your boat is a cruise ship and you're doing great, but maybe it's a little rubber dinghy floating along in the middle of a giant sea. We're not in the same boat, but we're in the same storm, and we should be weathering it together. Let's stop comparing ourselves to someone else. Stop comparing your situation and how you're dealing with it to how someone else is dealing with it. Each of us has our own struggles right now, and we don't need to add to it by assuming everybody else is doing it right and I'm doing it wrong. Let me encourage you. You're doing it right. Well, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make errors. There are going to be problems along the way, but you're doing it the best that you can. Seek God. Seek His will for your life and for your family. Just a couple quick things. I wanted to thank you guys for responding so quickly to the needs at City Mission up in Findlay. Heidi and I were able to drop off a load on Tuesday morning, and they were so appreciative. I had to laugh. She said, it's the little things. She was really excited to see the prepackaged silverware. She couldn't even see everything that was on the carts that we took in. We're going to continue collecting items for Findlay City Mission, and if you want to bring those into the church building, we'll make sure somebody's here on Monday next week again from 10 to 4, so you can drop those off. If you drop them off anytime and just let somebody on staff know, and we'll make sure that those get inside. Findlay City Mission certainly appreciates it. The Christian Children's Home continues to need masks and appreciate the masks. I did just receive an email today from them that their financial need is getting more and more dire, and we've helped them out as a church family, and I know several of you have already helped them out as individuals. If you are able to, can I encourage you to send a gift to the Christian Children's Home as they try to serve these underserved children and even the staff and the house parents at this time. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you on Friday and again on Sunday. If you have not already, get those pictures sent in to me this evening so that I can get some pictures of you and maybe even a short 4, 5, 6 second video of your family greeting your Bethel family, and we'll get those all put together, and I'm hoping to have those in a video for our Friday encouragement. I hope you're doing well. Don't hesitate to contact me if there is anything we can be praying about for you, or if there's anything that you need help with. Have a great week, and go be the church.